tuning in to the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing after-shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Hi, welcome everybody to another episode of Spotlight On here at AFTERBUZZ TV. I'm your host, Annika Michelle, and with me are two very talented actors / producers, Mr. Scotty Crowe and Ms. Jessica Cummings.
Hi.
Hello. Hello. How are you guys? Welcome.
Great, thank you.
Thank you. We totally caught him mid-tweet. If you guys are following him on Twitter, that's what he's doing. Check out his Twitter at Scotty Crowe to see what he's tweeting about and do what he says. That's all I got to say about that.
We're always wondering where we would premiere in Los Angeles, and I think that it's a huge honor to be a part of Danceable Films, and we're in competition with them, so we're excited. And so it's well not with them, but we're not one-on-one with the festival, but
we will if that's exciting.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm excited. I think it's going to do really well. It was fun. It was not. I don't know if fun is the word, but it was a good movie. It's not like a oh my god, you know what I mean? Like it's a different kind of twist. It just seems like weird, but like it's interesting, not what you would expect kind of thing. And I don't know if people out there had watched it yet or if they can at the moment or not. But if you haven't, make sure to try to catch it. I enjoyed it. I liked it.
Good.
You guys, had a little bit of a connection going on.
We got to know each other really well.
Yeah, that was interesting. I want to say I was kind of surprised, but I wasn't because
there were 4 people left in the world.
Right. So one's your sister. That can't really happen. It's not that kind of movie,
Yeah. No, I think that maybe a little part of us is sort of looking for love all the time, and with only 4 people,
Yeah.
It makes your odds pretty incredible.
Are you trying to say that if there was more people, this beautiful girl you wouldn't?
I would never say that.
You never know.
I would never say that.
Because my hands are close, I'd smack you.
Yeah. You guys were sitting really close to each other. You guys can't tell at home. But if I'm correct, you guys filmed this in Nova Scotia, right?
We didn't. We actually, Nova Scotia is the end goal in the film. We shot it in rural Maine.
Okay.
So close to Nova Scotia.
Okay.
And we drove all the way up there on the scouting trip. But we were in Sweden, Maine, which is not too far from Naples and China, Maine.
Wow. Mm-hmm. How was that? Had you guys ever been before or no?
No, and I had never even, because I grew up in Georgia and then I moved out here, I'd never even been on a frozen lake or seen actual snowfall.
Yeah, so that's more it. We were driving up there to get for pre-production, and we all pulled over to the side of the road, and Scotty got out of the car and was like, can I get in it? And I was like, yeah, you might get, and he fell over, and I was like, wet. He got up and he was like, oh, I'm soaking wet. And I was like, it's frozen water.
Yeah, I didn't know that's how snow works, but it turns out. So.
That's usually what happens.
So life skills really is what the movie was about.
That's cool. You said you've never seen snowfall. I hadn't either, because this is what happens when you grow up in LA. I've seen snow slush on the floor, but I've never seen it fall from the sky.
It's pretty magical.
It's a magical moment I need to go capture somewhere that snows.
Yeah.
Wait, you haven't still?
I haven't still to this day.
Oh, come to New York.
I know. See, I need to. It was rain. I went to New York. We were just talking about that, but it was raining the entire time I was there. There was no snowfall. I was so disappointed.
The odds of that are pretty slim because it snows all the time.
It was It was literally days before Thanksgiving too. So I was like, come on, snow, come on. And it was not working out in my favor. I was like,
next time.
Second New York trip will be good. All will be well. What was your guys' favorite part of shooting this movie? Do you guys have a favorite? It could be backstage stuff. It could be on-screen stuff. It could be I made a bromance. It could be anything,
Right. I don't want to give anything away, but there's sort of one of the climactic scenes with our 2 characters' relationship, I think was, and I still think when I watch it back, just an incredibly beautifully designed scene.
Yeah.
And it's kudos to our production designer, James Bolenbaugh, and the director, Christian Thor, for designing it. And we'd always talked about what it was going to be, and then I just remember when I walked on set and I was in that room, I kind of have chills now.
Yeah.
It was just such a gorgeous emotional way to accomplish what my character was trying to do in that world.
Right.
So that, I think, was one of my favorite moments of shooting. Jess?
We feel like we're talking in code a little bit because
a lot of people haven't seen this also. So it's kind of hard
one of the climatic moments of the film was a day with stunts.
Oh, okay.
It was stunts outdoors in some cold.
So you did actually all your own stunts?
We did all our own stunts, and I think the day of stunts was my favorite. Although Scotty, he was like, "No,
I like the other scene in the house."
I'm a bit emotionally, possibly physically scarred from it, but I'm glad I went through it, which is nice.
Was that your guys' first time doing stunts, like your own stunts? I guess I should say.
Yes, to that extent, yes.
Is that something you'd want to do again, or?
I loved it.
Really?
It was nuts. I don't know that I'd want to do that stunt again.
Right.
I thought it was
just like stunts, like maybe something
fun.
easier. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure you got like a thrill too.
Yes, and there's something really cool about going through that as an actor. I think it's really fun to do those things and really push yourself and stretch. So the idea of living through this crazy moment that happens in the script and really doing it as opposed to watching someone else
do it.
I think made it just really fun and fascinating.
Yeah. And I know most of the time when they do get stunt guys or stunt girls to come and do it, they try to obviously put wigs on and like make them look like the actors, but I always feel like anytime they ask the actors in interviews like, oh, did you do your own stunts? And they're like, no, I wish I could. Like, you could tell they're like a little disappointed. Of course, it's like those are the super dangerous ones and they don't want to like kill themselves, but like I always feel like maybe if I had the chance, I'd probably want to do my own stunts to be like, oh yeah, I did it, like check this out, it's all me, there's no like stunt person with a wig in there, there's nobody in heels, like, I just think that's a cool thing you can say that you did that too.
Well, it's a little life experience. It's one of those crazy. When I was a kid, I would watch Road Rules, and I was always like, I want to be on that because they do these nutty things that.
It's never too late.
When would you?
You saw your chance.
Probably is too late.
I mean, they're still doing the Road Rules Real World challenges.
God. I think I missed the boat on that one. However, my young self was really excited about all those stunts.
Yeah, that's cool. And then you guys both are producers in the film as well, correct?
Right.
So how was that like different for you? Which side? I guess we'll start with one question. Which side did you like better, the on camera or like the behind the scenes, the producing aspect of it?
On camera. Personally.
Yeah.
I agree because I think that's probably why we came on as producers was to make sure that we could help make the film happen.
Yeah.
But I gotta say that the producer duties become so overwhelming and consuming at times that it actually hasn't been until preparing for the festival that I've gone back through and looked at all these production stills that we have and behind the scenes photos and been like, oh my gosh, I love that day. I remember that day, because I feel like so much of it gets wrapped up into managing the production, putting out fires and that sort of thing. So I look back and I have such a sense of like pride and happiness from looking at all the on-set stuff, because that's really the fun and the heart of what we do.
Yeah, definitely. And like if you weren't doing that, I'm sure if you were just acting in it, they'd be like, okay, bye, you're done, and then they'd have to figure it out, and then you would like have no say in whatever gets put out, and then it's like, well, I don't like that picture, well, too bad you weren't here to like tell us, kind of thing. But so I think it's kind of cool that you guys were able to do that. Was it a big like crew as well, because I know you guys had to travel, so did you guys take like a huge crew with you guys too, or was it pretty small?
It was pretty slim. We
in
had
the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, we had all our bases covered. I think we brought a crew from New York of about 10?
Yeah, 10, 12.
10 or 12, and then we hired a handful of locals out of New England and Maine if we could. So a pretty slim cast and crew overall. And when Jess and Christian went up to do the location scout, they found this place called the Christmas Tree Inn.
Okay.
And we use it
I feel like I heard of that on like the Travel Channel or something.
Maybe.
It's possible.
It's pretty awesome.
But we basically, I think it had 18 rooms in it.
Okay.
And
it's an old inn.
Right, and we lived there, and we shot it in a couple nights, but basically all of our cast and crew lived there, so we'd go shoot on location all day, come back to the inn, have dinner, play guitar and banjo and sing by a campfire, and then go to bed and wake up the next morning and do it. So it kind of had like a winter camp vibe, which was really cool.
That's awesome.
And it's an inn that rents itself out wholesale, so it's just you.
Okay, so it's just you. It's not like random guests, like as you guys are playing, guitar and stuff. Like, hey, come join the party. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you play? Is that who was playing?
I play, but I'm not a musician.
Okay.
But I will say Dan O'Brien was sort of the ringleader of a lot of the sing-alongs, and he actually plays guitar in the film as well.
Okay. Yeah. Very cool. And then I know, like you said, you don't want to give too much away, obviously, and like I'm trying not to get too much in detail because I know a lot of people out there have not seen it yet, and I don't want to ruin it for them. But the best you can without ruining anything, can you give like a short synopsis of what you would like to say the film is about, each of you, or like what it means to you, kind of thing?
Sure.
I think in a nutshell, it's a post-apocalyptic sci-fi film about a young girl coming of age. But I think it's a film about people rediscovering what's important in life and what it means to have a full life.
Right.
Fully. I think I would fully agree and say the same thing. The only other element is that I think it's of note to say that it is set after the end of the world, so it's post-apocalyptic, but it's just about these four very, I think, real characters trying to navigate what it is to be them in that environment. Yeah. So it's a sci-fi film, but there's no CGI, there's no zombies, there's no rocket crashing.
It's not like robots are coming after you, like,
Exactly. So I think it was cool that the writer Ashlyn Halfnight sort of constructed this script about these four people just trying to figure out who they are, and it just happens to be after the end of the world.
Right.
And it deals with the question of if there was no electricity and telephone lines and cell waves and all of that, would the human brain have an increased capacity to communicate?
Right.
Is the question.
I like what you said about like what life means to them, because I guess I don't. It's hard to like do this and then not be able to really like get into it, you know. But like, I do agree. I think it's like what the four characters are finding what life means to them, and kind of like I think that each person, good or bad, like watching this show can relate to somebody in this movie, which was good because you guys have kind of covered the bases. Even though there's only like a few people in it. Do you know what I mean? Like usually you need like a cast of 50 for each person to like have someone like, oh, he's like me, you know? But like I think you guys were able to do it with just a few people and still be able to make each person kind of unique and dynamic so that people can relate to them.
Yeah, it's fun watching it with audiences. At the last festival we were at, different screenings, you had such a different feeling because you would notice, like, very audibly which team the audience was on.
Yeah.
Like, there were James shows where anything he said, the audience was laughing, awesome. And then there were much quieter ones that you were like, oh, they're on Team Astraea.
Yeah.
It's fun to see how people react.
Yeah, because everyone's different. Like, everyone finds their own kind of connection to it, which is pretty cool. And then have you guys worked together before? This is your not first time meeting here, but obviously like through this film.
We have worked together before.
It's true, and since.
Okay.
Yes. So I first met Christian Thor, the director, and Ashlyn Halfnight, the writer, because we did an adaptation of one of Ashlyn's plays called Diving Normal, and we shot that as a feature the year before we shot Astraea, and Jess was in Diving Normal. And then we
Thank you, Scotty.
Of course. and then we shot Astraea, and then after that, we actually have a comedic mockumentary in post right now with much of the same team.
It's the antithesis of Astraea.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Very, very different style movie, but I guess we found a pretty good working
rapport.
Yeah. You guys are good together. I will say that.
Thank you.
And do you guys know when the comedic thing is coming out or no?
Not yet.
No idea.
Sooner rather than later.
Hopefully, yeah. I feel like that's usually the case. Like, come on. Yeah.
It's in post, so it's the ball's rolling.
Right. Yeah, that's good. Well, hopefully it comes out soon and people can watch this and see you guys in a different light kind of thing in that movie, which would be pretty awesome. Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
This movie is, I don't know how like, intense is my word, but like in a good way. Like, usually I feel like intense has a bad rep to it, and I don't mean it in a bad way at all. I just mean like, in a good way intense, because it kind of makes you think, you know?
Good. I think that I think so much of it is trying to tell the story with a lot of the points that Jess was saying, but hopefully because of where we were and the beautiful environments that existed throughout, like it's kind of intense because it makes you think a lot.
Right.
But hopefully it's also like kind of a very serene watch at the same time.
Yeah.
I found that when I watched it finally, like for the first time through, I was like, oh, it's such a gentle but provoking film.
Yeah.
So hopefully people think.
Yeah, someone described it as a haunting ode to the simpler things in life, which I think is an interesting way to describe it.
It is a very interesting way to describe it. And are you guys on Sunday going to be able to watch the film with people too at the film festival, or how is that working? Or do you want to tell people if they can go? I don't know if people can go to this thing on Sunday.
Come.
Okay.
Yes, they can go.
Do you want to tell them info?
Sure. We're actually doing. We're having a little meet and greet pre-screening reception with all 4 members of the cast at a spot called Tin Horn Flats, which is right next to Hollywood and Highlands. So
I know exactly
you know it well.
Amazing.
So if you actually if you come and hang out with us before the screening and you have a ticket, we'll buy you a drink and give you some food. So come hang out with us before, and the screening's at 7:15.
So like, what time would you guys be there? Like 6-ish?
5:30 to 7.
Yeah.
5:30 to 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then screenings at 7:15. You can buy tickets online through the Chinese Theater's website.
Okay.
Or go to the Dances with Films website.
Yeah.
And come hang. We'd love to do it and meet you and hang out and talk about the movie or talk about other things.
Yeah. Talk about live. Talk about you know.
And the screening itself's at 7:15 on Sunday.
And then, do you guys know how much tickets are or no?
They were $12. They might be 14 now.
So,
Yeah, because it's getting closer. Makes
Right.
sense.
The festival, the opening nights tonight.
Right.
So.
And that means like they can watch all the other films as well, correct?
That's just for the one movie.
Oh, for the one
just
movie.
For one movie.
Okay,
Right.
okay.
Right.
There are festival passes for
The whole
thing.
thing,
I do
okay.
not know what those run.
Right. Okay.
But a ticket to ours includes a drink and a high five.
And
a
you get to
shout
meet
out.
with these 2 people,
Yes.
plus more. So, I mean, what else are you doing? Let's go.
Winning.
It's true. Yeah. Sunday fun day.
Sunday fun day.
get it
Let's
going.
go.
Hollywood.
Hashtag Astraea Hangout.
Yes, exactly. You're hired.
Thank you. But that sounds so fun. I wish I could come. I might swing by and
should come
surprise
on
you
through.
guys. I might just you
Bring
never
a
know.
posse.
Yeah, bring a group of friends and just come by.
I like it.
That'd be fun.
You should, yeah.
That'd be really cool. And then just because the Christmas tree just kind of got my attention.
Understandably.
Did you guys just get to do any kind of sightseeing at all while you guys were gone, or like is this not places you really wanted to like?
It was gorgeous. It's right in the foothills of the White Mountains. So,
Yeah.
Sightseeing, we filmed in a lot of the places one would go sightsee in the area, just in terms of landscapes and whatnot.
Yeah.
So we did insofar as where we were shooting. We were sleeping about 2 to 3 hours a night. So
Yeah, it
there
was
wasn't
a little
lot of
hard.
excess time.
Right. We took a few trips to Portland, which was nice.
That is nice.
And then I'm a runner, so I really got a kick out of any time I could running across a frozen lake and on my GPS showing that I had run across a body of water.
Oh my gosh, were you not
just simple
scared?
things in life. None at that time. Towards
Okay.
the end of the shoot, as it started to get warmer,
Started thawing.
Right.
Yeah.
Got a little. I got a little freaked out just because it was a new landscape for me. But
Yeah.
They do logging routes across lakes,
Okay.
so you see like 18-wheelers with like trees loaded on them driving across lakes. So then when you yourself are going to walk out, you're a little more comfortable.
You're like, if that can go, I'll be all right. Yeah.
right.
That's crazy though.
It's mind-blowing.
Oh my gosh. I would do it for the thrill, but I'd be like nervous any second I'm going under.
Well, there is a crazy sound that frozen lakes make.
Yeah.
That I mean, I could impersonate it, but it's like. It's like this.
Wait, how's it go? One more time?
I think you could do your own version, but it's loud, and you sort of feel like there's a monster about to eat you, and that you're gonna fall in. So it is terrifying and awesome all at the same time.
And you just wore your regular like sneakers and you did it?
I did, and I slipped and hurt myself many times.
Oh my gosh. I don't even know what you'd wear for that though. Like what would you put on in that moment? There's
Pretty
nothing like
amazing outfit.
Everything that
made
I own.
for lake swimming.
Yes.
Like
He's an LA runner too, so
Yeah.
he's like literally loaded up in like all the running clothes he has and some like fluorescents so that people don't.
Yes, neon clothes.
Yeah.
You got it out here, man.
It was amazing.
People are
true.
crazy.
I feel like we should shoot a sequel just so you can come with
Yeah,
us.
I want to come see this.
Frozen
I
lakes.
know the Christmas tree in, like banjos. I'm in. Let's
Right.
go.
It's perfect.
I'm ready whenever you're shooting. That's awesome. That's really cool. I still can't imagine you like trying to run neon clothes across the lake.
It was
That's
a sight
awesome.
to see.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. Well, that's really cool. I have some fun questions for you guys. It doesn't have to do with the film. It has to do with you guys.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Here goes.
Are you ready for these?
Maybe.
So okay, I guess this is like work related too, but if you could collaborate with anybody, dead or alive, work on a movie, who would you pick and why?
Oof, that's a good one.
I mean, they don't have to be actors. They can be directors. They can be musicians. They could be your celebrity crush. Like, it could be...
I'll jump out.
Okay.
I grew up in South Georgia and I went to college in Atlanta. I grew up a huge Outkast fan, and I think Andre 3000. He
Yes.
was always my hero when I was growing up, and the fact that he is sort of bled over from the music world into the film and TV world.
Yeah.
I think to try to figure out a way to collaborate with him on something that maybe combined both of those things would be a dream for me.
That'd be awesome. You're going to hate me after I say this, but he came to our high school to perform one day.
He performed in my high school when he was in Outcast. Yes. Did we go to high school together?
No, probably not. I went to high school out here, but like our high school, I don't know why, but it was pretty awesome. It got like founded by like the Grammy Foundation or something, and so
no big deal.
They would just send out like random artists, and like we would have like they'd pull the fire alarm, so we'd have to go to like the gym to evacuate or something, and then like we'd all evacuate classes not knowing why, but then we'd go and there's like a concert going on for us. Like Mary J. Blige came, Outkast came, like.
That's incredible.
Like a double win. You always loved when the fire alarm went off.
Goes off, yeah.
Like, oh,
and then you get ambushed.
Like,
ambushed by a national touring artist.
And now I got like a free concert in here, yeah.
Best school ever.
But then they'd always try to like play just one song. Like not the artist, but the principal would always like try to make them play only one song and like send us back to classes. Like you can't do this.
Fail.
You're not going back to math class after this.
Right.
Math is not happening.
That's amazing.
That's awesome.
So I'm guessing he didn't come when you were still in high school.
He did actually, but it was the same night as our homecoming dance.
Okay.
And,
wait, what?
Yeah.
How was this planned?
It wasn't planned. It was like a separate. Anyway, whatever. We don't need to get into the minutiae of Brunswick, Georgia. But anyway, Jess, I'm sorry. Yeah.
I have nothing as exciting as that. I'm gonna go pretty on the straight and narrow with Meryl Streep. I think.
Okay.
She's just
Should be awesome.
The end all be all I think of women acting right now, and to be able to coincide and collaborate her would be a dream.
Yeah, and have you ever met her or no?
I have met her.
Okay.
She's come to, I have.
Yeah, mutual things.
I have.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
I have not yet worked with her.
Okay, well, maybe next time. Yeah, there you go. There's your invitation. Not that she needs one. I mean, she's always invited, of course.
She's always invited.
But maybe next time you can be like, hey, girl, we need to work together.
Hey, girl.
Hey, girl, remember me?
I'm pretty sure that's always the end with Meryl. She's like, yes, hey, girl. I'm in.
I remember, let's go. Yeah. Don't even contact my managers, between me and you.
It's you and me.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then if you could have any superpower, what would you pick? There are so many. There's like, I feel like there's some good ones I'd never even thought of until people give me answers, and I'm like, oh yeah.
Does it have to be a superpower?
Yes.
like the question that you asked, is that the question you want answered?
Well, like, what do you mean? I think I know what you're trying to say.
I don't, so answer it the way you were gonna.
Okay, I'll just say I love the ability to teleport. So just be anywhere I want to be instantly.
Yeah, that's a superpower. I feel like
it will be more of a selfish ability when I am endowed with it, because I might not.
That's a superpower. For
I guess it's a power and it's super. So.
What if I were like, hey, Scotty, I need to go to the hospital. I'm in New York.
Done.
There.
Done.
Superpower.
Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ready to go.
Great.
Yeah. I'm jumping on board. I'll call it apparating.
Okay.
Because we are in a...
Dictionary.com over here.
Yeah.
Or HarryPotter.com. I don't know. But that is something, especially in New York, when you're facing an hour-long subway ride home from the Upper West Side to Brooklyn, and you're like, wow, what I wouldn't give to be there right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's
I mean, I'm with you. And escape, especially traffic here in LA. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think everyone would want that superpower for sure.
Yeah. What about you?
You know, I read this interview in a question like somebody asked Jamie Foxx a while ago, and I think I have to steal his answer. I like would want to know if people are lying to me instantly.
Ooh.
I would not.
You wouldn't?
I would not want that.
I would want to know, because then I'd call them out on it. I wouldn't be scared to call people out.
But what if it's like, I don't know. What if it's something like terrible?
And they're like keeping something from you to try to like
lie to me.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I don't know.
Like my thing is, I really love Jamie Foxx. I think he's great in so many things, but I feel like his life would have an extreme amount of anxiety if that was his superpower. You know, like like somebody like that, like.
Well, because I'm sure a lot of people, when you're at that status, people lie to you constantly. So I like feel like, of course, that's what he wants to know. He wants to know who's telling the truth or who's like kind of his real friends, or I don't know,
That's
his
true.
circle. But
That's
like.
legit.
Yeah.
I would want it. I don't know. I'm not saying my friends lie to me. I hope not. But I'm saying like, I would just want to know, like in general, if people are like even just random strangers who, you know.
I think I'd like it for a day.
Yeah. I don't know if I can do it. Yeah.
No, I respect that is the superpower you like.
Yeah.
I like that. I'm actually in awe of you.
Thank you.
I can handle it.
And she's telling the truth.
Yeah, she is. I got that. Yeah, I got it. I picked up on it.
My superpower is I cannot lie.
Yeah.
Right. Damn.
Like Liar Liar. Remember that movie with Jim Carrey?
Oh, yeah.
So cute.
The claw.
Yeah, the claw. Yes. But that's what I would pick, honestly, just because, I don't know, I think it'd be interesting just to see like, because the other people don't know that you have that, so like they'd still lie to you. It's not like it's stopping them from lying. You just would know who's lying about what.
Right.
Do you get to know what the lie is?
I mean, I think once they say it, I think like if you say like, oh, how's your day going, and someone's like, oh, I'm great, or like you're in a relationship and someone's like, I love you, and you're like, you're lying, like. Yeah, I'd want to know though. Like, I'd want to know.
I'm getting anxiety right now.
I know. The scary ones are like, I'm going to the store, and you're like lying.
Yeah, where are you going?
Right.
What's the store's name?
Yeah.
Colors her hair.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think it'd be cool just to like, I don't know, just to know like what goes on through people's brains and like just do that. But yeah,
it's true. Good answer.
Thank you. And I have one more for you guys. What's your guys' TV guilty pleasure? Anything you guys can't get enough of?
Guilty pleasure needs to. Well, again, I want to ask the question.
Does guilty pleasure need to be something that we are embarrassed to divulge, or just like what?
Okay. It's not like you're embarrassed to divulge because it's not like a bad thing you're watching it. It's just like you can't get enough of it.
Can't get enough.
Okay.
6 Feet Under was for a very long time.
It was good.
That I just felt like they were my family and I was part of them. Right now, it's I'm deep in Game of Thrones and Bloodline.
I haven't started those because I know.
Yeah. See, just get sucked in.
Yeah.
Segue, Bloodline, starring Kyle Chandler. My favorite. Friday Night Lights. Yeah.
So good.
I couldn't get enough, and I like it so much that I went back and rewatched the first season, like last year.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about just going back all the way through. I just could not get enough of it. I thought it was such a great series.
Yeah.
True. Big girl crush on Connie.
There you go.
It happens.
It's true.
It does happen. It does.
It's very real.
That's good. Well, I like your TV guilty pleasures.
Can I just say really quickly?
Yeah.
I got into some friends of mine. Put me on to Last Man on Earth.
Okay.
Which is. So it's very funny. I think Will Forte does an amazing job, and it's a very smart series. It's kind of tough because it has these like old comedic tropes that are like the guy always loses.
Yeah.
So it's hard to binge watch them because you feel so sick for the guy because he just can't get out of his way. But I will say that without patting ourselves on the back, that is a comedy set after the world has ended, and they just kind of are like, how would you live if the world ended?
Right.
And when I watched the pilot, there are so many similarities for the character choices that the people on that show make, or the guy on that that he makes, with how we sort of constructed the world in Astraea.
That's wild.
Just very, very different vibes. But I just thought it was so interesting, actually.
That is really cool. I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's on Netflix or on Hulu, but I'm sure I'll find it somewhere. Okay, I'll have to find it. That's so cool. I heard it was a really good show. People really liked it.
Yeah, and it's great, and the reveals and the turns that happen are awesome.
Yeah,
and there's some really genuinely funny things with it. So
it's always good.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch and do the comparison.
Yeah,
that'd be awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming on. Before we end this, you don't have to give the whole spiel, but just tell them one more time, just in case they're watching, where you guys will be on Sunday. I can do it, but I'm sure it's more fun if you say it.
Great. We're gonna hang out at Tin Horn Flats Saloon, 5:30 to 7.
In Hollywood,
near Hollywood and Highland, and then the film screens at 7:15 at the Chinese theaters as part of the Dances with Film Festival.
And he promised you guys a high five and a drink if you show up. So who's gonna pass up that deal? I don't know. It's Sunday Fun Day. Go out and support them. It was a great film. I loved it. I might show up with some of my girlfriends and surprise them. So you never know, but. You guys want to tell them where they can find you via social media, like your Instagram, your Twitter?
Jess?
I'm Cummings Jessica on Instagram, and I'm Jesby Lynn on Twitter.
And I am Scotty Crowe, at Scotty Crowe on Twitter and Instagram.
And you guys can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Annika Michelle 1 and my website, AnnikaMichelle.com. Thanks for watching, guys.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Bye. See you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.